And new today, a convicted murderer on death row from the upstate will appear in court next month for a hearing after the state Supreme Court temporarily stopped his execution.
Stephen Bixby killed 2 law enforcement officers more than 20 years ago in Abbeville County. Our Ray Reyna joins us live at the Greenville County Courthouse where that court appearance will be taking place, right?
On April 4th, Stephen Bixby will be inside one of these courtrooms to learn more about the timeline the courts will use to decide if he's mentally competent to be executed. We spoke with an attorney who's experienced in death penalty cases to discuss what's next for his case.
Say you're probably like in the late third quarter if we're talking about a 4-quarter match.
Attorney John Reckenbile describing how far along Stephen Bixby is in serving his death sentence. Last week, the state Supreme Court temporarily stopped his execution.
I think it's a cautionary ruling in the context that I think as Justice Fuchs in the dissent, he basically says he appreciates what the majority is trying to do, is that it's a fundamental right for an individual to have a hearing to determine whether or not that they are competent to be executed at this point in time.
Reckenbile says over multiple court dates, this is what a judge will be considering.
There has to be a determination of whether or not the individual knows, what they're being put to death for. The fact that they even understand the process of being put to death.
Bixby was convicted of killing Abbeville County Deputy Danny Wilson and Constable Donnie Oots during a 14-hour standoff in 2003. At the time, his family was in a property dispute with the State Department of Transportation.
If I'm the state, I'm going to cloud the issues because it's a heinous crime. But if you're the defendant, you want to stick to the clear prong test that is basically saying, right now, where is his mental capacity?
In dissent, Supreme Court Justice John Few ruled Bixby has presented no evidence to support he's not competent to be executed.
Now, Ray, what else have you learned about the timeline for this part of Bixby's case?
Well, Mark, the state Supreme Court, Reckenbile says, has demanded a hearing by September 1st so that doctors can testify to the state of Stephen Bixby's current mental state. However, Reckenbile says if Bixby is found to be mentally competent to be executed, it's doubtful that he will be executed by the end of this year due to the number of appeals that are available to him. Reporting live in Greenville, Ray Reyna, WYFF News 4.